So, market analysis. Let's start with EU. Daily is bearish. Internal is bearish as well. We just had that daily boss. So what do we expect after a daily boss? A daily pullback. Now, my first level that I'm looking at for price to come to is this level. Would be this level, has inducement in front of it. But of course, it's not closed. So at least I'm expecting some kind of bullish movement. We have this small flip right there. It doesn't have inducement. Right, but we could see a continuation from here, a bearish move from here, because, well, once we tapped that level, right, we had a choke and then a liquidation. So at any moment we can see, we can see, or we could have seen a continuation or a push to the downside. So H4 bearish as well, swing high right there, internal is bearish, swing is bearish as well. Price is at the H4 swing, H4 flip. All right. We just had a sweep of liquidity there. Now, after that sweep of liquidity, what could we expect potentially? If price is gonna continue to the upside, then we're gonna wait for price to respect this fractal structure and push to the upside. If we get a shift to downside, then that will mean that the daily supply held and we will break that internal low. But for now, I'm more bullish because, well, we can see that the internal or fractal is bullish, even though the internal is bearish. We don't have any very clear H4 supply that we could look for sells from. But if I would look for sells, then I need for the M15 too much the whole direction, or else buys makes more sense in this scenario. So M15 swing is bearish, internal is bullish. All right, we mitigated deep into supply, so at any moment we can have that internal boss and then push to the downside. But for now, I'm still bullish. I'm still expecting that daily potentially swing high to break to the upside. So if we're gonna break it to the upside, then we need the internal to hold and to continue bullish. So that's our internal low, internal high. We just had the IBOS there. We mitigated the flip, and then we had an internal or fractal shift in structure. So what I would expect is some sort of price to come to one of like this demand, and then shift bullish, give us a fractal shift in structure. After some sort of liquidation, create a beautiful demand that I can long from. So that's what I will expect from EU. And if it breaks to the downside, then I'll wait for the internal low to break, and then we can look for sells targeting that swing low. But for now, I'm still bullish on this pair. GU. So daily is bullish, but internal is bearish. We didn't really mitigate deep into that and mitigated the demand, so we could see potentially a push to the downside, but we didn't. We still need to mitigate the daily supply. So I'm still waiting for price to push higher into that daily supply, right? But I would not be surprised if we just continued lower. H4 swing is bearish. We mitigated deep into the daily, or yeah, into the premium of the H4, right? We didn't mitigate any supply, so I'm still waiting for price to continue bullish. Internal is bullish too. So I'm waiting for price to just push higher, mitigate the daily and H4 supply, and then give us an IBOS, look for sells, and continue the move to the downside. But for now, that's my idea or analysis on the H4. Looking for price to push higher. If price is gonna push higher, I'm looking for this fractal H4 demand right there. That'll be my first place where or demand that I'll look for a bullish reaction from. So M15 swing is bullish. All right, we just had that boss there after we were bearish, just had that boss. Internal is bullish too, so we're in phase A2, so this is not really tradable. I need to wait for a pullback or an IBOS to look for shorts, so I'm not really looking for any sort of setups here. But let's just note that the internal is bullish. All right, we mitigate deeper into the demand area or into discount, and then we shifted bullish on the fractal structure. So we could see potentially a fractal structure shift from this demand and push higher, but I would not be trading GU because we're in phase A2. EU, we're in phase C, but phase C reversal, expecting that price is going to break that M15 high. And yeah, that's everything for EUGU. Not the cleanest structure, so I would be still waiting and yeah, waiting for more development, waiting for potentially a clear view of where price wanna head, where price wanna go. We don't have major news this week, so I would not be surprised if we don't move like we did last week. But yeah, so that's all for the daily analysis.